tools you can use to create a costume. Tools, useful tools other than a sewing machine can be a glue gun, fabric paint, scissors. There's all sorts of scissors. There's like hair scissors, there's fabric scissors, there's scissors for cardboard, oh my gosh. And then you can also use foam. There's like flooring foam, there's like pink insulation foam, there's like the spray foam stuff, there's like foamy foam, you know.
Explosive foam?
I haven't made a foam explode. I don't know if I want to. There's fabric dye, there's drywall filler, there's spray paint, there's X-Acto knives, utility knives, wire, things you find at craft stores, thrift stores, Walmart, parents' basement, friend's basement, doghouse, I don't know.
The doghouse.
Contact cement, got to be glued hairspray, tacky glue, you know. If you can look at it and take it apart, you can probably put it back together into some form of outfit. I'm not even joking on this one. With the right tools, you can turn most things into a costume item. Not all costumes can be made without sewing skills. I have to stress this, but most can be faked to some degree. And by what I mean faked is it looks like you sewed it. Like a good alternative to sewing is hot gluing. Do not use hot glue on anything like your pants seam, anything that goes through a lot of stress, because glue is not nearly as strong as sewing threads, so you really do not want the crotch of your pants to rip out. So don't use hot glue on that, but like, I could have hot glued my hat band to my hat. I just kind of pinned it because I want to use this hat, but also heat transfer paper is a useful thing to use if you want to get a design on fabric without sewing it on the fabric. Same thing with fabric paint. I'm going to go over my costume at the moment because my costume could easily be made without sewing skills. Though I did sew my jacket and, no, I didn't even sew my hatband. All I sewed on my costume was my jacket, but I can just go through it very quickly of shoes from my closet, pants from my closet, shirt from my closet, and I made it smaller. You could probably do that with like safety pins to make it smaller, but originally this was like a huge shirt for like my mom or somebody. I don't know, I just found it. And I said, can I use this? And they said yes. The jacket, if I wanted a short crop thread jacket, I could probably go to the thrift store and find one. And if I couldn't find a jacket that was small, short at the thrift store, I could always take my scissors and cut a full-length thread jacket and then hot glue up the edges so it looks nice and finished. And then I go like this, and you'd be like, ew, there's hot glue all over in there. But you'd be like, hey, it looks nice from the outside. And the same thing, if I wanted all these crosses and all these designs, I could have cut them out of heat transfer paper and then ironed them onto my jacket if I had chosen not to sew it. My hat is no sewing. I mean, I think my hat's great, but I got it on eBay, and then I cut a strip of red fabric, and I pinned it around my hat, and then I cut that out of craft foam and pinned it on my hat. And that's how I made my costume, and how you could make a costume with little to no sewing. So, I'm going to separate the types of costumes that you can make without sewing into four basic categories. First, I'm going to call them found object cosplay, which requires little to no effort at all. These are things where you go to the thrift store, you can find things that look like your character, or you go to your closet and you find things that look like your character. I do suggest getting a wig. Wigs and wig styling, obviously you do not need a sewing machine to do that. And there are many things that require a lot of talent to do that don't require a sewing machine to do, so don't think just because someone sews and you can't sew that you don't have talent, because cosplay, there's all sorts of crafty things you can do. You can sculpt, you can draw. Yes, drawing is useful to help you make your cosplay. If you can't sew, there's going to be something creative you can do to make your cosplay if you want to make it. But first of all, if you cannot sew, the easiest thing to do is find pieces and just be like a hermit crab and be like, oh, a thingy! I'm a character now. So characters like that would easily be like Slender or any suit and tie character. Like we have lots of suit and tie characters from, I'm just going to name Durarara because I think of Zaya at first.
Sebastian from Black Butler.
Sebastian from Black Butler. You can easily get these things from the thrift store and then get your wig on eBay. And boom, you have a cosplay. Slender is a good idea. A Bioshock slasher would be a good idea. You get the clothes from the thrift store, you rip them up, you bloody them up, and then you put your mask on. And that's an easy way to make a cosplay. Cosplay just means costume play. I mean, you don't need to make it for it to be a costume. We go to Halloween, and most of us don't make our costumes for Halloween. So, next, there's makeup-based cosplay, which you can go all out with. There's lots of special effects kits, like latex kits, getting the special like vampire fangs, which I have, and they don't really feel good in your mouth. They look great, but they hurt my teeth for some reason. Maybe I've just had them for a while and my teeth have shifted, but I don't particularly like those. But as for makeup-based cosplay, I'm going to name the easy ones like Homestuck. Like if you don't have the gray skin, usually people do not know you're Homestuck. That's the most important part of your outfit. Same thing with Mellow from Death Note. Actually, Death Note in general is pretty thrift store cosplay, friendly. But if you wanted to be Mellow from Death Note, an easy thing to do for his special effects scar is take like white glue, like school glue that children eat, so this is safe for your skin. Yeah, if your 3-year-old puts it in its mouth, you know, you're probably fine. So you can take that, put that on your face, let it dry, and then you just start peeling it away, and then you dab your makeup over it, and you can get really cool effects. And then people are like, oh cool, your Mellow has a great scar all over his face, and then they're like, I don't care about your clothes. Can you share your chocolate with me? And you're like, no. So zombies are also #1 go-to thing for makeup base. I mean, if you got really cool makeup, then no one's paying attention to your clothes. You're just not. Also with a makeup-based cosplay, you can get into the contacts, which I've ordered. I need prescription lenses or I can't see past here. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. But contacts do bring your costumes to the next level. I've ordered through my eye doctor, paid the money, and then my eye doctor didn't approve them, so I've never gotten them through my eye doctor because something happened. And then I ordered them from this sketchy Asian website, and I wore them for 3 days straight, and then my eyes did not get infected, but they got irritated. So I would not suggest sketchy Asian websites for your contacts.
Can we use sketchy German websites?
I don't know, they might have higher health standards, so maybe, yes.
I apologize, I can't remember the name of the website, but there are websites from the US that are FDA approved.
Okay.
Those are like your safest bet, but you still run the risk of getting infections and whatnot.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't know how to put them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to get to that. There's a site that I've been recommended a lot. I have not bought from them yet, but it's called Pinky Paradise. It's an Asian seller. They sell the colored contacts. They also sell them in prescriptions, which is what I need. Because if you buy from a US seller, usually you're buying like $20, $30 more for a prescription lens. Where the Pinky Paradise, as far as I know, they don't charge you extra for needing prescription. And that's a good spot to get your lenses because if you got big creepy yellow eyes, again, that can be part of your costume. And if you got the big creepy yellow eyes and you got your fangs in, and then you got your like little wolf ears from the thrift store, and then like you painted up your arms, you're a werewolf. I mean, nobody cares if you made your outfit. Well, nobody cares if you sewed your outfit. Essentially, that counts as making it because all these pieces were not an outfit before you put them on yourself. So that does count as making it. And makeup-based cosplay can be taken all over the place. I worked at a Halloween house for 1 year, and the liquid latex that they had in the big jar, you could do phenomenal things with that. You could do it dried faster than the hot glue, and it was stretchier. Not hot glue though, the white glue. Don't put hot glue on yourself. That hurts. Don't.
Then you'll have a real scar.
Yeah. It was stretchier, and they could do a lot more with it. Like they could stick a needle under it and inflate it to have like the pus pockets. And when you are buying makeup for special effects, quality is important. The haunted house only bought Mayron, which is a professional brand. When it comes to like just painting your skin different colors, I don't use professional paints to turn myself different colors. I just